to our first ASMR flip through. Today I thought I'd flip through this book with you, Pokemon trading card game, which covers jungle cards. I was actually born in 1996, and I actually did not know about this until way when I got into elementary school. So let's go ahead and look through this book. It's got Charmander right here. Just gonna make sure nothing bad happens while we're recording. So this book, you have how to survive your next game. Prepare yourself for the jungle today. Let's go ahead, get a jump. These are just explaining the jungle card packs they had a long time ago. Now today I believe they sell the Sword and Shield books. Basically this book is by Prima guide, so it's like a Pokemon trading card game strategy guide. It's licensed by Official Wizard of the Coast. Official Wizards of the Coast. And yeah, this is by Bill Hiles, I believe. And in the back, it just tells you what's inside the book. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's get started. What's in a trading card game? If you've never played a trading card game, you'll discover that the Pokemon trading card game is a very different type of game. Most games come complete in one box. Most games, what you buy is what you get. With trading card games, you can get a complete game in a box. You can then expand the game into something more than what you begin with. So yeah, it's a strategy guide telling you how to play the Pokemon trading card game, of course. This was way back when the first generation was a big thing. Look, and it tells about history. People have been playing games with decks of cards for more than 600 years. There we go. It's focusing now. Ever since the familiar playing card deck with spades, clubs, hearts, and diamonds were created. About 150 years ago, printers started making decks of cards for new games that couldn't be played without the most standard deck. Most of these games were for kids, and they often featured bright, exciting pictures from stories or imagination. Many of these card games were based on popular entertainment of the era. Books, comic strips, TV, or radio series, or movies. Just as the Pokemon trading card game is based off the hit Game Boy game. So yeah, it tells you that Pokemon was first introduced as basically a game, then it spawned a trading card game, and then an anime. The anime is really good and nostalgic if you ever want to watch the old series. It's still going on today, but yeah, the Pokemon did not hit United States until 1998. So 1996 was when Pokemon debuted. In Japan, though. 1998 was when it debuted in the US as Pokemon Red and Blue, and then a year later they made Pokemon Yellow. So it's just telling about the rarity. Basically, if you ever have trading cards, they have these little symbols on them. They're basically either a circle for common, a diamond for uncommon, and rare, which has a star on it. Today, most rare cards, back then most rare cards used to be, I believe, holographic, but today most common cards have also been with a holographic interface. So I'm going to go ahead and just flip through this. I'm not going to go through everything, but I'm just going to just flip through what I like and what I think is good to share with you in this video. So yeah, it's just showing you how to play the game here. I've learned how to play a little bit back then, but I don't know, it's kind of similar. This game and I believe Yu-Gi-Oh! Are the same kind of, almost the same kind of game, except Yu-Gi-Oh! Takes on a gameplay mechanics similar to Magic and Wizards. So yeah, they've named the characters Alex and Becky. If you want to learn how to play the games, you can also look up tutorials on YouTube or just pick up the strategy guide for yourself. And here's a little thing where you can ask Professor Oak, who knows more about Pokemon than anyone else in the world. Why, Professor Oak, of course. Here he is now to answer all your questions. So it's telling you the rules right here. If you do want to pause the video and read this, you can. The classic Pokemon design really is fun to look at. Now it's in its modern style. Here's more questions. Here's the status effect: asleep, confused, paralyzed, poisoned, and knocked out. Similar to the games, but with cards. Oh, and there's buying and trading. Basically, how you can buy and trade other cards with people. I'm sure fans of the Pokemon TCG are still doing that today. But most people are selling them online or using codes to play online nowadays because the internet is a big thing. Oh, and they have things where they talk about energy, Pokemon's energy. So we got grass, fire, water, lightning, psychic, fighting, and colorless. They have more types today, but these were the types they had back then. Here it tells you about all the stats. Here's efficient Pokemon, hit points, and then there's non-evolving Pokemon, which are named as basic Pokemon. Pokemon that evolved are Stage 1 Pokemon, and some have Stage 2 form too, like the starters, for example. Bulbasaur to Venusaur. There's also trainer cards too. There's deck tuning, starter set, and theme decks are prepackaged decks based on a variety of strategies and energy combinations. Each deck comes with its own Pokemon energy and trainers. here it has the TCG pack and how to build efficient decks. You can also replace other cards too with more powerful cards in your deck. And here's the Overgrowth deck. Same type of deal. The Brushfire, the Blackout, building the Killer deck. And they also have energy cards to refill your Pokemon's energy. And here it talks about basic Pokemon and evolution cards and trainer cards. And over here, I believe these are two of the cards I had back then, I got as a kid. You can build theme decks. Speed and Haymaker and Stall. Energy Drain, Disruption, and Pokemon Stars. I have all the starter evolutions on certain pages of this. So here it just talks about all the energy. With the grass Pokemon, only grass Pokemon can poison. It's interesting. So fire types, water types. Also talks about how water Pokemon are vulnerable to lightning, because water conducts electricity. Oh, and so does air. You use lightning with caution. And here's Psychic. It has no weakness, except to another Psychic deck. There's Fighting. And then there's Colorless. So, normal attacks have a resistance to either fighting or psychic attacks, it says. Now it's telling about the status effects, like general, sleep, confusion, paralyze, and poison. We have advanced playing strategies. Page 55. This book is a bit long, so I think if I ever need to stop recording just to back up my camera, I can. So yeah, don't worry. This won't be as long. This will be like 30 minutes. We got walls, taking the good without the bad. Disruption strategies. Ooh. So we got ways to win. This basically talks about winning prizes and recommendations for duking out your opponents. Some of these strategies are also win strategies in Yu-Gi-Oh!, such as the deck out mechanic, or dropping your player's life points to 0. I don't know if Pokemon has those, but they might. Time denial, Pokemon denial, combo denial. It's just all the denials there. Healing. Ooh. Potions provide yet another insurance policy. think, I almost feel sorry for that Cubone. I just want to pet it right here. Always pet sad animals or sad Pokemon. That's a nice thing. Base set cards. Ooh. So these are probably all the rares that are in the first deck. I'm pretty sure in the evolutions deck, those are rare. Even the second evolution cards. Got a Mewtwo. I believe that's a promo for the evolutions deck. Ninetales, that's really rare. Poliwrath, Raichu. I had a Raichu card a long time ago. Venusaur, Dugtrio, Zapdos, Beedrill, Dragonite, Electabuzz, and Electrode. Electrode was kind of easy for me to find. I got Pidgeotto. It's the last rare on this list. And then we got all the uncommons right here. We've got the commons. It's just showing you the rest of the cards right here. Skip the page. There's Pikachu, Ponyta. I have a Ponyta card like that. Electrode, Squirtle. No, that's a Voltorb. In the evolutions pack, I would kind of get a lot of duplicates since they were like a rebrand of the first deck. First ever deck. We got a Clefairy doll, Computer Search, Devolution Spray, Alas. I don't know. Alas is pretty rare. That's amazing. So the trainer cards are, some of the trainer cards are rare. It's okay. I have the Bill and the Pokedex card. Also Professor Oak. Energy. Right. Welcome to the jungle. Now it's talking about the jungle deck. Ask Professor Oak. It's just more questions about Professor Oak here. Notable jungle cards. These are just the new versions of the cards that come with the jungle deck. Enhancing basic decks. Eevee evolution deck. Nice. We have some Eevee cards. Got Water Blast. Power Reserve. Jungle cards. So these are all the new jungle cards, including Clefable, Kangaskhan, Jolteon. I think I found a few of these. I gotta say, just looking at the artwork is amazing. I think it makes me want to. I think when I buy cards that are like these, I buy some with the best artwork, because art is a good hobby of mine, as well as technology maintenance. Oh, there's Marowak. I don't know if in the Pokemon anime they sort of, I don't know if this card they sort of replicated from a scene from the Pokemon anime, I believe. It's called Bad to the Bone. 83, one of the ones in the first season. It's when they were going to the Pokemon League. Oh, and there's that Cubone. Cubone always is said to be sad, but most people who love Cubone would come for this little guy. Jigglypuff. I think I have a Jigglypuff card like that. Oh, I love the Meowth card. The Pikachu card's kind of the same, but I accept the background. Poketables. So these are just all the stats. I'm gonna flip through all these. It's actually pretty short. Oh, and here's the tournament and league events page. So we've got events, mall tours, trainer showdowns, local events, sort of like the Pokemon trading card conventions. There they have a photo of it. Trading card game league, tournament tips. One thing sorry for the cuts there. There's lots of cars going back and forth today, delivering things. So it's alright. Trading cards and collecting. I thought during the daytime is when I get more lights for recording. Building your collection. Trading with friends. I hope people still do that today, or even online. Exchange game codes or decks. And we've got a gallery. Ooh, we've got a gallery. Probably is going to be my favorite part of this video. So the Pokemon are just listed in alphabetical order here. So we've got Abra, Alakazam, Arcanine, Beedrill. The rest here. So the first Pokemon in the Pokemon in the first generation are a total of 151, including Mew. There's Cubone again. There's Drowsy. Fetched. Looks cool. Like a duck. Pokemon. Makes nice crinkly noise, this paper does. I don't know if the same artwork was used back in the old strategy guide and back in the classic tapes of the Pokemon games, but I believe so. I used old colored watercolor designs, which is what I loved. There's Magmar. There's Meowth. It's cute. Oh, and there's Mewtwo. Airwhack. Ninetales. Nidorans. So there's the Persian, Pidgeot. Oh, and there's Porygon. Pikachu. Here's Raichu. Raichu is actually pretty cool. It can store more electricity than Pikachu. But Ash's Pikachu in the anime does not wish to become a Raichu. Not ever. I believe these are the last Pokemon. Oh, a Vaporeon. I love the Vaporeon there. There's a Zapdos. I believe Articuno Ultras were in the past. I think Articuno is my favorite. There's just Pokemon resources, a magazine, trading card game websites that were back in the day. I believe these are replaced with the new official TCG websites. let's... Oh, it looks like there was a poster here, but that's okay. Ripped it out. Pokemon Tales. Let's find Pokemon Origami. Oh, these are the Pokemon anime videos. Each contain 2 episodes. Or each contain about, like, maybe 3 episodes. This comics. And there's the manga from this media. And that's it. So on the back it just tells you how many Pokemon have you caught. Gotta catch them all. That was their motto back in the day. Since there are tons more Pokemon out there in the games. I believe that's it. I hope you enjoy looking at this book with me. This is ASM Racine, and I will see you guys later.